All right. And
Good
we're
evening,
alive.
everybody. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to the Stock Beef Dungeons Incorporated Dresden Files RPG stream, Big Trouble in the Big Easy. As always, I'm Tim playing Dev. We have Tyler across from me playing Romain LeBeau. Above me is Austin Cash, played by Colin. Um, and we'll get to that other guy in the corner later. Uh, First off, thanks for tuning in. Um, if you haven't followed, please do. It really helps us out. Just the numbers. The better the metrics. The more Twitch likes us, the more we can do for you. And the other thing that goes with that is subscriptions. We do have that capability now, so you can subscribe. If you have Amazon Prime, you do get a free subscription every month. Um, So we'd love it if you use it with us. If you don't use it with us, find some other small content creator and do it. The big guys, they've got the money. They don't need your money.
Hmm.
You know, find a small stream, help them out. It really does help, and it helps us or them put more back into this for you guys.
Yep.
Um, but if you don't normally tune in, we do have Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition streams on Friday and Saturday nights at 8 p.m. You'll see at least one of us in each session. Um, but I think that's everything for the moment. So if you would like to, Kyle, take us away.
Excellent. Where we last left our heroes, well, I mean, you guys. Um, we were at the shore of Lake Pontchartrain, and our heroes were trying to figure out how they were going to do some deep sea diving in the lake to see if they couldn't find their way to Pontchy's. We used this word last week. I really should just use the word domain, but I want to use Demesnes.
Demean,
Demean.
Domain,
Yeah.
yeah, is that the right word?
I think
Demesnes
so.
of Pontchy. And we'll kind of see how you guys go. So we're gonna go start from the very top. We have heavy, heavy rains. Magic is gonna be really hard to do anything with.
Hmm.
Of course, anyone who does try and take that mental stress, I'm gonna reward you with a nice fate point for realizing that the magic's not gonna work right now. So. And a reminder, we have moved our system over just a little bit of tweaking since we run such short games. We're going to try to run longer themed we're going to try to run longer sessions tied together so that we can do ourselves a more standard version of the action economy and the fate point economy.
Hmm.
So we are still running off of what we were at last week. Since we are in a new scene, your stress is reset for everybody. That's a nice thing for you guys. You keep all your consequences and any spent fate points. First things first, anyone want to try to cast a spell real quick? See if you can't get
Um,
one off.
well, as we're talking about going underwater, I could attempt to summon us some scuba gear.
It's gonna have to be pretty fortified to get past the
That
water stuff.
that
Hmm.
feels like an absolutely terrible idea for that. Personally, I'd be more interested in seeing if we can't find Janet having emerged from Ponchy's domain,
There we
considering
go.
we found the footprints last week.
Mm-hmm.
That's I believe we had already done that. I had hopped in the car and fired up the
Yeah,
spell.
yes. We didn't actually do that, though.
Oh, I thought we had.
We had a
No,
big neon arrow. I went ahead and rechecked the stream just before we got started. We had a big neon arrow, or however his magic presents itself, pointing you guys towards the center of the lake, letting you guys know that still alive, still present, and at that point in time on the mortal realm.
Mm,
yes.
because we had that plot timing right there
Yes, yes.
for the 1 hour a day that she apparently shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if I remember correctly, Ponchy is not exactly happy because he can only come to the lake once for an hour a day.
Got to come up for air sometimes.
Hmm.
Yep. Uh,
Right. I guess I'm gonna get out of the car and try to keep the spell going.
All right. Well, I'm going to offer you one fate point to compel your magic user aspects to, have this rain wash away your whole spell. So that's one fate point on the table, real quick.
I'll go ahead and take it.
There we go. Okay, the spell crashes and fades with the water as it hits. It's a really cool effect that no one can see because we're doing theater of the mind. Every time a raindrop hits the spell, parts of it start to fade
Wash
away
away.
like ink in water. So it's that's ended up happening.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like we're gonna have to track her down the old-fashioned way. This
All right.
rain's gonna make it hard for me to keep up any kind of tracking spell.
Well, I'm pretty good at survival myself, so maybe I can keep track of her.
Well, I mean, we just have a direction, so.
That
Oh
is
yeah,
right.
that's true. Maybe we could pick up a scent or
is that
Track, a
something you
trail.
can do with your?
With your spider sense,
I
Click.
can't
spider
really,
sense.
I can't
Yeah.
smell them out yet, and I don't have a spidey sense yet. However, I might be able to find some tracks if we keep along the same direction. Broken twigs and whatnot.
Well, I mean, they came out of the water. I thought
Right, but where
Mhm.
did they go after?
that's true. That's
That
true.
is an
Where did they
Always
go
good
after?
questions. All right, let's do a survival check to see if you can't follow some tracks.
All right. I almost picked up a D20 and realized that isn't how we do things here. Let's go to dice.
He rolls, gets a 20.
That's rough.
That would suck. I wasted it.
Calling as a
To be
24 to the
fair,
chat.
we have seen 20s on this channel before. In this particular
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
true.
Victor.
I didn't get a 20. fact,
No, you did
Rolled
not.
incredibly poorly.
Yeah.
That's the other way around.
Do you got
Well-
any? Do you got any fate points you want to tag? Maybe
No,
make this positive.
nah. I'm just gonna suck.
I really wish that we had a small part of the Vampire the Masquerade system, because someone always takes the merit common sense, and that allows the DM to tell you another path to go forward. So we're going to give Dev common sense.
Yes.
Just, spark of the blue. You do remember a lot about traveling to the Never Never to get to other places in the Never Never. And if you guys had to, for instance, get to the bottom of a lake, there may be a way around it by finding a place with a similar vibrational frequency. Dev knows this because of all of his travels into the Never Never with his girlfriend. Or are you so explicit? I don't want to assume anything.
Hey now, labels, man, labels.
All right.
She's a how many 100-year-old Fey descendant? Like, I don't want to, claim anything that without discussing with her first.
This single year has been like a weekend in the summer for her. Like you gotta remember.
Like pacing is a thing.
Yeah, and it's not like you don't have time. You're a magic user.
Yeah, it's true. All right, lads. So one thing that we could do is try and find another place with the same similar vibrational frequency and travel in the Never Never to Pontchy's domain rather than get it.
I was about to ask if there's an aquarium. I thought you were done, so finish what you're saying, and then I'll ask.
No, rather than getting to Pontchy's domain and then crossing into the Never Never.
Okay, so being a native of New Orleans, would I know if there is a aquarium?
You would know there is the New Orleans Aquarium, and one of their nice, cool, big new things is their whale exhibit. There's been a lot of some conversations from some animal rights folks that says that whales shouldn't live inside of a tiny glass tank. But it's a pretty big tank. It's just not big for a whale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is that option. But other than that, I really don't know what another deep sea place would be. Or you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they did just open that whale exhibit down at the down at the aquarium. You think that might work?
That's probably the best bet that we've got.
I guess my question is it safer to travel through the Never Never than it is to try and traverse some water? Or
Potentially yes. Also
What?
potentially no.
Potentially yes, almost certainly no.
right?
We'll go with that one.
So maybe at this aquarium, instead of going into the Never Never, we just acquire some scuba gear? It's a thought.
I mean, they might have it, but I think we're gonna end up in the Never Never anyway.
Well,
Austin
yeah.
Austin does raise a good point that if we can avoid crossing over beforehand, I mean, in my experience, you can end up losing a bit of yourself in the Never Never.
I like all of myself, personally.
I wish I could remember what. God damn it. But no, that seems like a. So here's the real question: Are you guys trained with scuba gear?
I've always wanted to try it.
I would like to use the fate point to say yes.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
Because I was also going to use a fate point to say yes.
Yeah, I'm sitting on 4 of them right now. Also, while we're talking about points and things, I'm going to state that I am keeping my stress because my mental stresses were from the soul gaze earlier, or not the soul gaze, the sight earlier.
Oh, I would think that you should probably change it up for a consequence rather than keeping your stress.
I did take a consequence. I took a physical consequence headache.
He got wrecked by Pontchy.
He did get wrecked by Pontchy. Well, I guess I'll have to keep those around then. Yeah. Sorry. I was going to forget about it, so I mean, thank you so much for keeping me honest.
You said at the start, you said, hey, this is a new scene, reset. I'm like, it doesn't feel like a new scene to me, so I went ahead.
Well, not for you, correct. We are basically continuing the scene that you had before. So, it seems like we're going to try to steal some scuba gear, or pay for some scuba gear, classic message.
So there's my next question. I have never done the scuba diving. What do you think is more dangerous then? First time scubaing, going for it, or Never Never? How dangerous is the Never Never? Is a good question. I've never been there.
Immensely.
Think of all the fairy tales that you've ever heard of. The good ones, the bad ones, the princesses fighting the dragons, and the tales of
Beetle the Bard?
Goblins fighting and pillaging and whatnot. Think of all those, all the Grimm's fairy tales, all of those and then some are part of the Never Never. The good stuff, the bad stuff, the stuff that's in between.
So here's my question, right? Is there a house somewhere in there made entirely of candy?
Almost certainly.
Almost certainly.
Okay, well, new life quest, and
Colin's about to change an aspect on his character real quick. Oh, by the way, for everyone who it was waiting for us to announce the name of this game, by the way, Some Rains Must Fall. We're going to continue a literature theme. But yes, so Colin, yes, your character is aware now that it seems that every part of fairy tales exists somewhere inside the Never Never.
Terrifying. Interesting. Kind of fun in a way. Mostly terrifying.
That being said, based on the fact that he's a whale, your scuba gear might come in handy even in the Never Never. It was a good idea, Austin.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
All right. Well, then let's go to the aquarium.
The aquarium.
So here's the question.
To the aquarium.
Do we want to steal it or do we want to rent it? Because I'm sure there are places that will allow us to rent scuba gear.
I mean,
I'm less sure of them having places to allow us to rent scuba gear. We are in the middle of New Orleans, and I'm pretty poor. We could definitely steal it.
Because New Orleans is pretty damn close to the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you guys might want to remember that the aquarium has that swimming with the whales
all
thing
right.
that you can pay for. And yeah,
All right, to the aquarium.
All right. The theme song plays, or the shortened version of it. We see the title of the game being shown up on the screen, and we come back in, and our heroes are now sitting inside of their car, looking at the front of the aquarium. The aquarium parking lot is like absolutely deserted, except for like the 4 or 5 cars where people keep, where the employees are at.
Question?
Still
new
open. Go ahead.
Question, new scene?
Oh, new scene. Yes. New scene.
Okay.
Let's clear out some of that stress since we're now going to take some new opportunities here.
Yep. Still have the
All
confidence,
right.
but
That'll be gone eventually. Someday. Soon.
it'll be fine.
We're still at 10 base refresh level, right?
no.
Is that right?
No. We're at 11.
11.
Oh,
I thought so.
I got an extra fate point. Cool.
Woohoo. Well, you could have gotten this Spidey sense. That's a shame.
Bummer.
A lack and a last.
A lack and a loss. All right. We're all looking at the aquarium. Anyone want to do anything before we get inside?
Is the aquarium currently open? Or are
It
they...
is currently open.
Okay.
I
was going to send my snaky boy in to do some recon, but if it's open, we can just walk
Snaky
in.
boy. All right.
So I don't really have any prep to do right now, except for I guess maybe
Cool.
count my cash, make sure I've got enough.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard. The entrance to the aquarium is a nice, simple, easy $30, but the swimming with the whales exhibit is actually $150, 175 if you want pictures.
Resources roll what I need for that.
You're probably going to need to make a 2 to be able to just drop $150. Well, $180 total.
All right, let's go.
Oh no.
I didn't do it.
Oh no.
I'm flipping through my my wallet here. I'm looking a little shy on supplies, if you know what.
I
if you catch
do.
my drift.
Unfortunately, I haven't swung by an ATM recently, so
I just have
Wow.
enough for myself.
yeah.
Everyone's got just enough.
But I will spend a fate point to tag Silver Spoon and bump mine up to a 4 to cover Austin's 2.
Yeah, you're actually able to, with a roll of 4, afford all 3 tickets and
Oh,
pictures
okay.
if you wanted. Because, I mean, a 4 is exponentially, or what is it,
You're right.
logarithmically higher?
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put up the extra for the pictures because I kind of want the pictures.
Wait, aren't we? We're not actually just swimming with the whales here, right? We're
I mean, if we're gonna pay for it, why not?
well, I imagine we're gonna be swimming with a much bigger whale. How do we get there exactly?
The door's right there.
No.
Yeah.
I understand the whole. We could definitely go swim with this whale right now. How are we gonna get to where we're trying to be?
Okay, so I've been practicing this a little bit. Basically, we need to set up. It's going to be hard underwater. Straight up.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough to do underwater, though. So the basic plan would be setting up a test, setting up a what's the thing? The cut into the reality,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
hole
A rift.
to sneak into the Never Never on the inside of the aquarium, wherever that leads, and then kind of traversing the Never Never until you get to Pontchy's place.
Which should be close because it is a similar. So really, I think we need to. Is it like a changing room for the scuba gear? Like,
Yeah.
because I'm sure they have, a wetsuit.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
all
you
that.
get a wetsuit and everything. So you'll be in the changing room at first.
Okay. Is that like right next to the tank?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll lead right to a ladder that goes up like 35 feet. You wear a little harness to get up there. Take you off, you dive in.
All right. So I think that's where we do it.
Yeah, just like as we're diving in, just like instead of diving into the water, have the.
No.
Oh, you mean in
that's
the changing room?
in the changing room.
Gotcha.
Is it will probably be a liminal portion of Pontchy's domain, or something similar to there, but it's
I got a new question then. If it seems y'all's magic doesn't quite work with water,
Mm-hmm. What's the
my
question?
guns also don't tend to work in water.
So magic kind of has different rules in the Never Never. This mortal water kind of drowns us out, but it might not in the on the
Let
other
me choose
side.
Here's how you think about it. If water inhibits magic in a world that is exclusively or almost exclusively inhabited by magical beings, why would they live in water if it inhibited their magic? It just doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
True.
Granted, the Never Never doesn't make sense. Just be careful for that. It doesn't.
So, in this place, it doesn't make sense. Where my guns shoot underwater?
Maybe.
Potentially.
But you also could be in a place where, gunpowder doesn't combust.
Even though it's dry air.
All right, so back up. I got these webs I can shoot, but I don't think I'm holding down a whale.
Wouldn't
Well,
expect you.
I mean, we're going
we
to
are
try not
speaking
to
to it.
fight the whale.
Right, but I'm just preparing for the worst. Not gonna be able to do much. Chances are, if it starts going that way, I'm gonna leave you guys to it and try and figure out how to get a friend to help us.
We've already been over this.
Mhm.
Right. So just so we all know, we're gonna talk to it. No. If I remember correctly, you guys are gonna talk to it. I'm gonna go try and set up the trap while you guys are talking to it for the just in case scenario of it tries to eat us all. Right?
Mhm.
Okay,
That
cool.
was the plan.
I'm back on the same page as everybody then. Let's do this.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, we're gonna skip that little role play where you guys buy tickets and talk to the very charming and interesting aquarium guide who goes over all of the different whales' names. Colin, you forget them immediately. Romain, you remember all the whales' names from the last time you were here. And Dev, you took them all to memory immediately as they go, just in case it might come in handy. I'm not naming the whales now, but it happened. Anyway, so you guys are sitting in the changing room, getting into your wetsuits. You are all loaded up with scuba gear. You are ready to go. You hear a knock at the door, asking if you guys are ready to go and swim with the whales.
Not quite, mate. Having some trouble with this wetsuit. Get it in a minute.
All right, we'll come check on you in a second.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have about 5 minutes more. Get
Go,
yourself
Romain.
in the
All
thing.
right. I'm gonna start trying to open up a hole.
I will
All
assist
right.
if I can. I don't know exactly mechanically how.
All right.
Wait, is this room we're in, this changing room, is it just one door, like a locker room?
No, you came in from one side. You're coming out the other.
It's like at a.
And are they both doors?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna web up both sides pretty thickly.
I was gonna say if you've ever been to like a public swimming pool, there's an entrance and then like a poolside exit.
Yeah, this is about that concept. So the webs are up. They will hold as long as Spider-Man's web. So we're at the 2 hours.
Yep.
So that gives you a good time limit on you guys getting back into place, so that no one assumes that you literally straight up disappeared.
All right. What do I need to do to open this way?
We are going to go ahead and we are going to start funneling magic. You may need a little bit So let's call it a 5-5.
5-5. Okay.
But we're not really in a stressful situation. You can probably land this in a few rounds, even without the 5 time limit. So,
do I get
you
any?
want to skip past this part?
Sure. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. Romain takes his time, drawing a nice, pretty symbol on his little piece of paper, throws it on the ground, and you see a little portal to the Never Never open up into the air.
I do still take that point of mental stress, though. Correct.
You do? Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
We're just gonna jump past all the rolls because why not?
Because it's not stressful.
Okay.
I can just
So who's the bravest person here?
Well,
I'm
Can
not
I-
very
can I
brave,
hold
but
this
I am
open
pretty
from the other
curious.
time?
So,
from the other side. Can I hold this portal open from the other side? Yeah.
Can you hold it open from the other side?
Yeah.
Not if you leave.
Well,
But if you stand there, yeah, you can keep it open.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yeah.
If I go through,
Yes.
can I hold it open?
You
Yes,
don't
yes,
have to be
yes.
the last one through.
Then yes, I
Correct.
having opened it, I will just walk through it.
All right. Romain descends into the darkness of the room. I'm getting me tea. This is my mistake. Romain enters into the darkness of the room before him. You guys can't actually see anything that happens once you go through the portal. This is actually different from the last time you saw a portal to the Never Never dev. This, you should technically be able to see what's happening inside of it, but he just kind of went to this inky darkness.
Yeah. Delightful.
No, it sounds like there's not any light at all.
Yes, delightful.
Delightful.
how long does this thing stay open? Are we gonna need light in there? Should we like steal some headlamps or something?
Question: do they have lights on them?
The Scooby gear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Scooby gear.
There's a little
Head
right
lamp?
up here.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool. Well,
I'll go
here
ahead
we
and
go.
flick mine on once I get in. Then.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and reveal what happens to Romain while you guys are busy drawing straws for who's next. You see what looks to be an infinite rental storage place.
Rental storage place.
Oh, yeah. You see a series of doors that slide up like a garage, but they don't have that little automatic thing, so you can't use a clicker on it. So you got to actually unlock it, pull it up,
Mm-hmm.
and see what's inside. You hear nothing going on around you, and I mean absolutely nothing. It is like not eerily quiet. It is heartbeat hearing quiet. Like you are hearing your veins starting to like blow through your own blood going through your own veins. That level of silence.
I'll go ahead and step in.
Does it feel like I'm in
Right.
water?
You do not feel like you're in water. In fact, it feels like the air is very dry.
All right.
Well,
I'll follow in as well.
All right.
something.
Now that you guys are in, the silence starts to really like creep in on you guys. You can start seeing everywhere. None of the actual doors are locked. Now that you go ahead and give it a quick look around,
Are any of them?
the hall. They are labeled, but you do not understand what the filing system is.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Okay.
It is in English, though. Well, to you. Anyone who speaks another language originally?
No.
Okay, well, then it's all in English.
Romain, tracking spell.
All right. I'm gonna bring up the tracking spell again.
All right. That's another mental stress.
Yep. Taking off.
Keep
my
an eye on
key
those.
slots.
All right. You activate your spell. It points actually down towards. It's a very awkward angle. It's almost straight, but you realize it's not exactly parallel to the hallway. You've got a little ways to walk, but it's here
Okay.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep it up and just start following.
Okay. You guys continue walking. Eventually, you start seeing some windows popping up as you see what looks to be an outside wall. On that wall, you no longer see doors. When you look outside, you see a very disturbing sight. The sky blood red. No sun in the sky at all, but still lighting up the surrounding area. Sky, obviously, dark red. And if you if you take the time to get a good angle of it, the ground is nothing but like desert sand. You see no trees, no life, no inhabitants. And you do start to hear another sound now that you're closer to the windows. The sound of howling wolves.
Every like 10 to 15 feet from the second that we leave the portal, I'm gonna put like a little X on the left hand wall or right hand wall with some
Okay.
chalk.
That's smart. There are no twists and turns here, so it's good. You aren't no labyrinth situations, no endless walking. But one direction is just crazy far, and you can't really see. The other direction is also crazy far in the other direction. So
Gotcha.
you finally do get your. Oh, go ahead.
Who do you think rents this space out?
Honestly, my guess is that this is some sort of nexus that connects to various points in the Never Never.
You
So,
guys
like,
can
if I
enter
open
through
one of
a
these
locker room.
garage, if I open one of these garage doors, I go into like an area of the Never Never, like someone's domain or something.
Maybe, or maybe it's
Certainly a possibility.
just storage.
You could always try a door.
You guys want to find out? It's a bad idea.
I'm
pretty
to
curious.
fuck around and find out.
I mean, we don't have to walk through it. I could just look in, right?
Who
Theoretically.
knows?
Also, whatever is on the other side might be able to come to us.
I'm gonna shoot a web at a garage door and flick it open.
All right.
I'm taking in that curious nature pretty hard.
Yeah, take a fate point for that one.
Yeah.
Can you roll me just a straight dice check? Just give me a random fudge dice roll.
Sure. Writing down that fate point.
This is not good. Colin has not been rolling well.
Can only be good.
Hey!
It's literally been a negative one every time. Legitimately, every time it's a negative one. I have a +6 to this, -1.
So what happens is a tentacled hand reaches out, grabs Dev, and pulls him in. The door shuts behind him.
Oh my god. Well,
Sorry, Dev, you're gonna have to walk away for a little while.
Well, I will catch you kids in a bit.
For everyone watching, I didn't just kick out Dev. He had things to do.
He will be back though, so
He'll be back. We'll save him. Don't worry. All right, our two intrepid heroes, or Colin and Tyler. We're gonna continue on our path.
should we try and follow him? What do we? I've never been here before. I feel like I might have made a mistake a little bit.
sorry, I'm trying to find my
Honey.
cover for. There we go. Boom. So that we're not just looking at his white screen and just got the black cover up. I don't know about you, but I don't want to fuck with whoever just pulled him in.
Me neither. That looked pretty scary. Not gonna lie. Maybe we could. Maybe we try to try a different door.
How about we go and look for what was her name? Julie?
Janet.
Janet. It started with a J. I was close-ish. Not anywhere near. How about we just go try and find... fuck. I don't want to leave him here. This is an internal battle right now.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Fuck.
Let's go find Janet and hope we bump into him. Is that maybe something the Never Never would happen in the Never Never? I'm not really sure how this works.
It's possible.
Anything's really possible, but the only guy who's been in the Never Never a whole lot has just been taken into whatever dimension you found.
Really?
Well,
he's the
if we
one that
keep
has the
opening
most
doors, we might all
experience
die.
here. Sorry, what was that?
Hopefully he'll find his way out and find us. I think that's our best bet.
Alrighty.
You might be right. Don't open anymore until we get where we're going.
Yep, my bad. Oops.
The look on your face right now.
Oops. Oops. Didn't mean it.
Oh man, yes, to got Dev. Okay, well, you guys keep on walking down the pathway until eventually the arrow starts to point directly at one of the doors.
And honestly, if Tim were still here, Romain would probably go in and try and get him. But
Well, if Tim were still here, I would have had you guys go out and do something different. But
I'm aware.
he had stuff.
Yeah.
He had stuff to do.
Uh,
So
so
you guys are standing in front of the door. The arrow is pointing directly at it. The arrow is actually starting to fade away.
gotcha. I can attempt to keep this going, right?
Yes.
Will that cost me extra stress?
No.
Okay. I will attempt to keep it going.
Okay. The spell continues on, reinvigorated by your magical know-how. The arrow is strong again, but this is definitely the direction it's pointing at.
What is this? What is this door labeled as?
This door is labeled as, to you guys, this is AP 41236.
AP 4126
43216.
43216.
And what was the door that Dev got disappeared behind labeled as? Just out of curiosity.
It's KR 8664.
8664. Question: Pontchy. Does he have another name that we know about?
The Pontchartrain monster, the monster of Lake Pontchartrain. And sometimes he is named the lake Pontchartrain. Ponchy's his favorite.
Okay, I was just wondering because this is AP. I was thinking P might stand for Pontchartrain and A might be something else, but
A big old whale, maybe.
A big old one. No, not that lucky.
not that lucky. All right. Well, she appears to be through here. Shall we?
Ladies first.
Neither of us are ladies.
After you, and I'll use my web again because I just want to use that power as much as I can.
Slinging it right open. Inside, you see the inside of what would be considered a mortal garage space, like you'd imagine inside of one of these rent-a-space locations.
Mm-hmm.
In the center is a woman. She actually looks like she might be about 16. No, college age, like 21. This looks to be the person you remember. She does not look like she's aged a day, except in her mind, it looks like she's aged a century. She is sitting in the middle of the room, staring off at one of the blank walls as though it is showing her fantastical images, holding her knees and rocking back and forth.
Have we seen pictures of her?
Colin has personally spun her up in a web against a wall, so he has definitely seen her.
Gotcha. I forgot.
This is
contact with her.
This is one of the firebugs.
Is she still wearing the same firebug uniform?
The exact same one.
Okay. Is this her?
Looks to be.
Once she hears Austin start speaking, her head whips around. Not in an impossible angle. She's still mortal, it seems like. And she gives you a crazy stare with piercing eyes. You. She shoots her hand forward, and flame erupts out of it. Colin, go ahead and roll me an athletics to dodge.
I'll see if I can keep up with that -1 on every single roll today.
Oh, let's not.
That's going to be a fun time. Hey, good dodge. With a little bit of matrix action, you see Austin just completely jump out of the way of this gout of fire.
Now wait. Just a minute.
She's now standing, staring at you with her eyes down like this, just like.
Now we can
she's ready to cast again.
Janet. It is Janet, right? This is me not remembering. I'm sure Romain.
It's Janet.
Janet, we're friends of Dev's.
Yeah, you remember Devereaux? What was his whole name? What was the whole? Give me the whole kit and caboodle.
Augustus.
It's August Devereaux the 3rd.
Yeah.
August Devereaux the 3rd. You know, kind of handsome bloke, a lot of money.
Where is he?
Well,
She shoots another wave of flame at you. I'm gonna need a dodge roll from both of you guys.
Oh, great. What the hell is my athletics anyway?
back
Sorry,
to the negative.
What
ones.
is the what is the roll for it? Is it
It's just athletics. I'll tell you if you pass.
All right. All right. This is at a +0.
Nice. Romain passes, and unless Austin does something, he will not.
I will use the fate point that I used to get rid of Devereaux to not take damage from getting rid of Devereaux.
All right. With just a little bit of extra essence of soul, Austin is also able to avoid the this time a wall of flame rolling low. Austin jumps up high, and Romain, of course, dives back.
Is there a roof to this place?
Yes.
Right. How high is it?
Keep in mind, you effectively rolled a 0, so you're not jumping particularly high.
No, I might take this time to back away and climb up to the roof.
Oh.
15 feet high.
All right, so I'm going to be on
Nice
the roof
high
and be like,
ceilings.
now just calm down. Well, if you attack again, I'm going to have to web you again, and I don't want to have to do that. I want to be friends. I want to let bygones be bygones. See, I attacked you a while ago. You attacked me now. Everything's nice and even Stevens. Now, the bigger problem is we did accidentally open a door that Devereaux got tentacle wrapped into.
You can see her breathing heavily. Anyone who's noticing her, she's pointing a finger at each of you guys. You start to see the fingers themselves light up, and a small beam of light hits you right here in the heart area there, Colin. And for Dev, it's right. Not Dev, but for Romain, it's right here on your forehead. This looks like a tracer fire on a sniper rifle, but you guys are welcome to interpret them any way you'd like.
I'm going to drop a circle around me. Circle of chalk.
All right, go ahead. You have to roll for that one. Give me a drawing check.
Oh, okay.
Might as well play to your strengths.
It's a 6.
Nice! Small effort of will, and a literal perfect circle is on the ground. Like, any point from the direct center of the circle is going to be exactly equidistant. I mean, this is just a circle like no one's ever seen before. Then you had to draw a head and erase pieces. So we are...
I'm going to... While that happens, if I see that, I'm going to attempt to drop into his circle with him.
How did you set up your circle? Is it cylindrical and going infinitely up, or is it a dome?
I guess it would have gone infinitely up. However, if he was not directly above me, he would be breaking the circle.
So,
what are the
Colin,
odds I was directly above you?
it depends on how many fate points you want to spend on that one, Colin.
Bump it. So, if we can fight here, but then there's little more chance that we get Devereaux back. Up to you.
Listen, we came here to help you. We're not looking for a fight. We want to get you out of here. We even found what was the name of the guy that we found? He's probably in my notes. I just haven't.
It's a solid
Brad.
question.
His name is Brad.
We've even found Brad, and Brad is safe. He's home with his father.
Brad?
He
made it out?
Yeah. Yes, Brad made it out.
He's safe.
He's safe. Safe and alive.
How can I believe you?
Sound. Sorry, what?
She kept the fingers trained on both of you guys, but the dot moved from your forehead to a space on the actual circle in front of you. Mm-hmm. The air displaced and everything. How do I trust you guys?
I mean, we're here to get you out of here. What do you mean? How do you trust us?
Bleed.
Oh, that.
Both of you, bleed.
Prick my finger.
See you? She points both fingers up at you.
I'm going to take that knife back out and also prick my finger. Well, I'm like standing on the ceiling, just like blood drops.
Don't let it drop.
She collapses to her knees and just sighs into her hands.
I'm going to be very careful not to let my blood hit the ground. Wipe it up and heal it up.
Okay.
What do you mean? Don't let it touch the ground. What's the whole bleeding? Why are we bleeding? What's happening?
Um,
I
It
put my finger in
proves
my
that
mouth.
we're human.
Right.
or it proves
And-
you're human enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
If something were to get your blood that has magic, it has direct access to you. It can do pretty much whatever it wants.
well, I'll start
Lots of-
wiping up my other blood.
Lots of things in here do magic.
She stays inside of her little cubicle.
Why are you here? We thought you'd be with Pontchy.
No. Pontchy, he uses us as bait.
As bait?
It's like imagining using a worm to catch a fish. He takes us out, he drags us behind, and once all the fish and the monsters and everything is following him, he turns around and he bites it up in one gulp. Those that survive come back here to be used again.
I only
In
see
time,
one of
it
you.
doesn't move here. She points at the rows of the doors.
Oh. All of these are people.
No, not people. Some of them are. And not all of it's for Pontchy. He's only got a few of these cubicles.
Well, are there more people we need to be saving here, or or things, creatures?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know which
She
ones are
starts-
Pontchy's?
She looks like she's about to start breaking down. There's a filing system somewhere. I think I don't remember. It has something to do with the numbers, not the letters. I thought it was the letters at first, and I tried to open up one of the APs, but it didn't come to another person. It came to something dangerous. I don't know what it was. The numbers are the key. You got to look for Pontchy's numbers.
What are his numbers? Is it the numbers on your thingy?
Not exactly. It's has to do with an ascending order or something to do with the thousands. I never could figure it out.
Can I have those numbers one more time? I may or may not have written them down
This
the first
one
time.
is AP 43216. And then the one that Dev opened was KR 8664.
8664.
So we've got,
All right, so one of these numbers is significantly bigger than the other one.
well, the one that we opened was a very far way away from this one. So
Okay, so here's something to consider. Maybe he owns the 4321s and then has 10 of them. Is that possible?
there's a possibility for that. The ones that are around us, are there any that have numbers that are close to us? Like close to the 43216?
No, unfortunately. The numbers seem to be absolutely random from door to door. They do not go in an ascending order. They don't go in any kind of way that you could identify. No prime number sequences, no Fibonacci sequences. You are really, to try to make more sense of this numbering system is going to actually start to hurt your head.
Gotcha.
All right, so this is what I'm thinking. Let's look. Let's just wander around, keep looking. We'll eventually find an AP 4321. What do you think?
That sounds like a good way to get lost.
Well, that's true.
Was,
All right, are these
was the one that you opened near here?
one that I opened for what?
Talking
Dev?
to Janet.
No. It's strictly across.
This one right here? What's the number on that one?
Hold on. I'm trying to remember. Oh, CR16.
CR16.
I don't think we can handle the CR16. We're not quite strong enough yet. And that number is so much smaller.
Is there anything else in this cubicle other than her?
It's a funny thing you mentioned that, because no, until this very moment, when a circle appears underneath her, and she is dragged underneath, and right before she ducks, she says, "Oh no, not again," and is dragged underneath what looks to be water. The portal stays open.
Good thing we're wearing scuba gear.
Well, here we go, I guess, and I'm gonna just waddle, dive.
I guess
You
I'm
can?
gonna waddle, dive right behind him. Although I don't know why you gotta waddle. You're attached to the ceiling. You can just dive straight in.
Well, that's a very dangerous act. I don't know how big this portal is. Maybe a swing, waddle, dive. I mean, you're in scuba gear. You're not that dexterous in that stuff.
You guys find yourself in what would be crushing depths, except for you don't feel any pain. You feel like you shouldn't be able to breathe, but if you were to test your scuba gear, you'd realize that the water is not actually gonna drown you. You're able to breathe this water in pretty easily. I wouldn't, because it's fairy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you do you.
Well, I would have
It
brought my
is
scuba gear
inky
to her
black
mouth
darkness
first.
again.
Can I swim? I can swim around in it though. I'm not like falling.
No, you're not falling. It
So-
is water-esque.
When you say inky black darkness,
Worse than before. You
I was gonna
cannot
say,
see
is
even
it
the light.
blocking our light? Okay.
Even the light won't cut through it. Yes.
How fast? How quick behind her were we?
You were very quick behind you. You can feel the water moving around you. That's something enormous is moving around.
And my tracking spell, is it still keeping tabs on it?
Oh, that got obliterated.
Okay.
Does it feel like whatever it is moving very quickly?
It's kind of one of those things where like it's not trying to rush around, but just the nature of it, it's huge. You actually guys are going to be swept up inside of the jet stream. It's going to be created.
Would we have
Do I
been-
see any person or thing?
You don't see anything.
Okay.
Would we have been given rope with the scuba gear?
I got rope right here.
Yes, you would. You would have had rope, and your instructions were to tie yourselves together.
Mhm.
But you did not follow that. Although maybe you had before now,
Yeah.
because Dev got straight up sucked into a terrible place.
I would have tried to clip to Austin, tried to clip ourselves together as he was diving in if I could.
Yep. I imagine you guys did it real quick.
The circle would not have worked if we were clipped together beforehand. So
Yeah, that's what I mean.
okay, gotcha.
Like you guys carabined down and then jumped in.
All right. I'm going to try to throw one end out, out of the hole that we just came in. I don't know if it'll grab onto something or what. I'm just throwing it out there, trying to give us a way to find our way back.
Do I see the hole we came through then?
Yes, you do notice a slightly less dark patch of water as you look around.
Gotcha.
Okay.
The portal seems to be staying open, and you do feel the rope go into the. I don't know. You don't feel it really all that well. You don't have a cool grappling hook. That'd be neat.
Yeah. Nope. Just the rope.
Here. Wait. Can I hear you? Can we hear each other?
You have scuba gear on, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, does the scuba gear have a radio thing on it? And if so, does that radio still work?
No. Not after going to the Never Never.
That's what I figured, but never hurts to check.
Never
So
hurts
what
to
I'm gonna
check.
do
The
is
light
take
stayed on.
my end of the piece of the rope. I'm gonna cover it in webbing and shoot it off with webbing out of that hole so it sticks to something. The rope.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a guns check.
That is a good idea, Cole. Excellent idea. Man,
See if I can get
Calling
a
it a
-1 with this.
Austin's being
You're at-
super creative today. I like it. I like creative Austin.
Right before the massive displacement of the whale pulls you like at miles per hour speeds through the water, Austin is able to just like shoot the gap, hit the rope, and do the thing. You
Nice.
guys are now being rushed along by the jet stream, along with a bunch of other. You can feel presences, like maybe water, maybe fish, maybe part fish, part human things. You know, something spooky like that
Do we see
is
any,
following along with you.
Do we see any tentacles like the ones that grabbed Romain on our way through?
You see nothing, and you could not sense the presence of another large creature like that just yet.
Okay. Do we sense the presence of Janet still?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's hard to tell who's who, but yes, Janet seems to be still around.
I sense a human presence, a non.
Yes, a non-fishy presence. The crowd of fish is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and one of you two instinctively remembers exactly how Pontchy starts to hunt these days.
We need to get away from these fish now.
Athletic checks. It's going to be tough. And since you're tied together, if either of you fail, you both will fail.
Here goes. We're going back to that -1.
This is at a +0.
Yo!
Hey!
I didn't get a -1. In fact, I rolled very well.
All right. Let's do it on the right one.
Good plan.
So about that -1. All right.
So
I am going to tag brushed by death.
And can I help him in any way by pulling on that rope and pulling us away at a weirdly not possible for human direction?
might check. Can I give me a might check for it?
How about?
By the way, Tyler, even the +1 won't work. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to get it not negative so that he could maybe save me.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, about that -1.
Oh, no.
So unless anyone wants to spend more fate points to move us out of this situation here,
I think we're getting eat.
I'm going to call
You ever seen Pinocchio?
I'm going to call in my favor from Anansi. I'm going to finally use my spider pen.
what do you want to do with it? What do you want?
Good question.
So have we sensed any kind of like physical boundaries yet?
No. It's. I mean, you can sense the ground. You're very close to the actual ground itself.
Okay.
Whatever part of the Never Never, this is the ground floor of the ocean
Would hitting
comparatively.
the ground get me out of the way?
You have to hold on real tight.
I'm going to ask. I'm going to pull out the pen. Anansi, I need some webs. Spider-Man myself to the ground.
You feel an intense pain, like being bit by a giant spider in both of your wrists. But you are able to, for this time being, shoot webs to the ground and cling to the bottom of the ocean floor.
Isn't it so much fun to do this? Come on, you can sell your soul to a Nazi. It's pretty fun.
The pin, by the way, disappears, just literally erasing into the water. You can't see it, but you can feel it just actually evaporate from your hands.
I can feel the weight disappear. Yeah.
Yeah. It is not but a second later that Pontchy turns around and chomps the entire wave of fish, water, and jet stream. You feel it. You feel like an actual thundering sound when the actual jaws snap together. You can sense the water displacement as he just gulps, not gallons, but tens of gallons of water in one single go, taking down these fish.
Okay.
And you sense just life being extinguished. Tons of life. Like the entirety of the swamp's death in one go.
Alston, your vamp senses are tingling. I'm very, very, very afraid.
I want to eat it. uh, ooh, so can I be? It's assumed that the people that he had attached for fish lure that he didn't eat, or he did eat them. I'm still a little
That's a good
confused how this is
question. Am I
working.
still sensing any humans other than Austin?
You still hear the thrashing of Janet trying to escape her bindings. You also start to notice a light.
Oh, where?
From where?
It seems to be just like a small bubble of light further up ahead that you can't exactly figure out what's causing the light. But Janet's inside of it.
I'm gonna web out to Janet.
Question:
Yes.
Do I still have the webs? Like, are they for the scene, or is it just that one
Yes,
time?
for the scene. For the scene. You got webs for the scene.
Okay.
Double web, homies. Webbing to Janet.
I'm gonna
You got him?
I'm gonna keep one on the ground, and like web myself to Austin.
Okay.
Who has one on Janet and one still on this other thing.
And you guys
We got
zip
anchors
all the way
everywhere.
up to Janet. You're actually able to see her facial expression. She's horrified that you've done the thing you've just done. And she's trying desperately to point behind you.
What's behind us?
You want to look?
Curiosity killed
I
the
will
cat.
look.
Let's turn around and look.
Yeah.
You see as much of a face as you can possibly see of the largest anglerfish you've ever seen in your entire life.
Does this look like Pontchy?
Oh, yeah.
He's an anglerfish.
No, he's a dire whale with one wonderfully helpful additional evolutionary trait.
She's in the light.
Yes.
She is the angler part of the anglerfish.
She's the lure. And he just caught you.
Well, he'd have to eat his own lure.
That doesn't bother him.
We'd have to eat it off. I mean,
So-
that seems painful.
You do have a half second. What's your...
Gonna pull Austin back in. Because I tried to stay down between Austin and the floor. I'm gonna try and pull him out of the way of the anglerfish.
Might check.
I was worried about that.
Am I touching the lure?
Yes.
Yeah. You
And it's like I'm outside of like a pane of glass or something.
Well, it's like a
Flesh.
skin membrane, but yeah.
You are kind of like stuck to her via your web currently.
I mean, I can release that. That's not difficult.
2 on the might.
Woo! You start to feel water rushing in real quick as Pontchy opens up his mouth. You can see all the teeth instead of that weird filtration system real whales have. This is like sharp, jagged, pointy teeth, and the sides of it reminds you of like cave systems. Unfortunately, your 2 is not going to be able to pull you out of this one.
Right.
You
When he
may
was
need
doing
just
that,
a little bit more.
while he was trying to pull me, I want to pull out a knife and try and cut open a hole in that membrane and probably try and climb inside of it, honestly. That's what I'm trying to do.
So you're going to
fighting against
resist?
me.
You're fighting
Yeah.
against Romain.
Yes.
All right,
I
roll
had
me a
an
might
idea.
check. Roll me a might check, Austin. You got to beat it too.
And I think you can use your vampire stuff for this as well,
You can. You have to
Sure.
activate it and stuff.
if you want.
Just let me know when you're activating your vampire magic.
Yeah, you know what? I will activate it. What is I'm getting inhuman strength. What does that give me? A +2? I don't remember.
Yes.
Feels
Yes.
like +2.
Something like that.
And then I'll tag taking the mantle into my own hands. Feels pretty apt for a 3.
All right, Romain, you are unable to pull him down, and that means you're unable to pull yourself back to the floor. You are dangling towards the mouth of Pontchy as he tries to cut his way into the skin membrane of the lure.
So Pontchy is just trying to suck me in currently.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I within his bite range? Like, am I in his mouth or?
No, you're dangling outside of it. The webs weren't that long, thankfully.
All right. Well, then I will release my web from the ground to. Because I'm assuming this web is under a lot of strain, so I'm assuming once I release it, it will slingshot me towards Austin.
Sure.
Possible.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe
Whatever.
not
Yes.
fully into the same place, but at least towards it to where I can maybe guide myself in.
Yeah, that's something an athletics check then.
All right.
Real quick.
Making all these plus zeros.
Woo!
All right.
You guys made it. All right, Colin, go ahead and roll me a weapons check to see if you can't cut past the membrane and get in.
What is a weapons? What do I need for this?
A skill called weapons.
Huh. Okay. Well, don't got that.
Rough.
So.
Come on, man. I've been hitting these plus zeros. You can do it. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
You had to say it.
Oh
You
no!
I'm
had
sorry.
to say it.
Oh no!
You drop the knife. You drop it.
No, damn it.
Into the
only knife.
darkness. Into the darkness. And you
Alright.
got nothing.
All we got to do is hope that knife skewers his little uvula and he vomits or something. This is the dream.
I'm gonna turn around. Pontchy, wait, we're here to help.
The mouth closes.
I wish Dev were here. He's the talky one.
You.
I'm
you
gonna
hear a
release
deep- Go ahead.
myself from Dev here, not Dev, Romain, and try to start swimming up above this anglerfish.
Oh, I know.
You guys hear.
I know.
You guys hear a rumbling sound, like an earthquake happening directly underneath your feet. You can barely make out what it means, and I could never replicate the sound as it is. But you guys heard of the bloop?
The bloop? I have not.
It's actually a pretty famous deep underwater cryptic sound that no one's
Yes.
ever really understood what it is.
Okay.
I have heard it.
Sped up 16 times. It sounds like it'll sound like bloop, but it's low, deep, and takes forever to do. In that same way, you hear the word help at 1/16th speed, with a question mark at the end.
I was about to say question
Hell?
or statement.
Oh, question. Help?
Okay.
Yes, we're aware of how angry you are with the mortal world. We're trying to see if there's something we can do to help alleviate the I'm blanking on the word that I need. Alleviate that stress on you, on the people on the lake.
Again, you hear Pontchy reply. Anger.
Yeah. Why are you angry?
You hear a very slow sentence. I am unable to communicate to you this way.
Fuck.
I'm just-
going to regret this.
Swimming above him.
You're just swimming? You're good. You're good.
I'm gonna open my sight
He's
to try and communicate with him.
Oh my god, your head explodes. I don't even know what this
Yeah.
is, and I feel like your head just
Like
exploded.
I said, I'm gonna regret this.
Let's do the lore work.
Yeah.
Pontchy is actually. I said before that when you do a lore thing like this, there are natural limits of things you can learn from the things you're going to be opening your mind up to.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, Pontchy is not one of those things with limits. There's so much you can learn about Pontchy. So let's just start rolling. That's a 5 for your lore. You're going to learn a good amount. Can you control all of that lovely knowledge? No, you can't.
I'm gonna tag. I know something too.
There we go. You're welcome to close your site after this round, but let's first see what you learn from Pontchy. Now the scene sets. Romain, everything changes to your comic book scene looking like. You see everything from far, far away, and you see this enormous whale on this part of the panel, and then here.
Mhm.
Actually, it's drawn out of scale just so you can actually have you in the frame and not be like an impossible speck.
Not just be a dot. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, you were not drawn to scale, but he's trying to be drawn to scale, so that's figuring it out.
Mhm.
Pontchy begins to speak to you and says, "What was your question again?"
How can we help alleviate your stress? Or
Why are
I'm
you
not
angry? I
why are
think
you
is
angry?
why you.
That's it. Yeah, that was the question. Why are you angry?
I've spent the last 10,000 years cultivating the swamp to create easy, safe food for myself. I found it to be very hard to hunt for food on land. And the swamp was a very nice, simple method. It fed all into the ocean, into the lake, and I was able to eat very easily.
Fuck.
What if we knew the guy who?
Shut up. I'm trying to help rebuild the swamp.
He looks you in the eyes.
Fuck. My sight is
Do
open and he looks
you?
me in the eyes.
Yeah,
Fuck. I'm about to
instantly
lose my
triggering,
mind.
instantly triggering the soul gaze. Go ahead and roll me another lore.
Oh no.
Music makes you lose control. Music makes you lose control.
It would help if I were in the. All right, there's another 5 for the lore.
Let's see that control.
It's a 6 for the control.
He's staying alive today, boys. Maybe.
Okay, so your brain, as it currently stands, as much as you can keep of it, starts to become absorbed and dives fully into these pools of like obsidian black eyes. He takes you through the eons he's lived, unchanging, unswerving, but ultimately proud of humanity. He wanted the best for them. That's why he changed up his hunting methods. He liked the city of New Orleans. It created a whole lot of extra food for the swamps that eventually turned into food for him. He likes the ideas of humans. Ever since they were just teeny tiny little hominids, he's always thought that those guys were the ones that had a chance of really accomplishing things. And then he saw wars, and he saw pollution, and then he saw all this stuff, finally ending with the blight. And that's where you sense the anger coming in. Physical, tangible anger. And not just anger. It almost feels like he's disappointed.
Like a disappointment.
He's
So
disappointed.
deep. Yeah.
Disappointment deep enough that it even
It's
hurts
evolved.
worse.
Yeah.
And he gets something from you too. And he narrows his eyes.
Is it regret? Because I regret doing that. But
Oh, he feels your regret. He also senses what you are. The blighter.
Yep.
The end of all things.
Yep.
Death has become you. And that's when he changes his mind about talking.
Of course. Of fucking course.
Okay, so now that I've been swimming for a bit, is there any way I could attach the thing that a Nazi gave me to the back of the whale?
If you give me a fate point, I'll let you have done it while you were talking.
You got it.
There we go. That little contingency in place. Did you have an action you wanted to take?
Me or him?
Either one of you. You have about a split second before combat starts.
I mean, how am I supposed to summon? I'm just saying his name. Anansi, we may need a little help. And then I'm going to start swimming back
I'm
to the
going
front.
to attempt to draw a circle around myself and Janet.
I am so sorry. Tyler, I'm going to give you a fate point, but that circle immediately dissipates in the water it's around.
That's what I figured. But, you know,
Not because of the water. Pontchy has actively decided that you shouldn't be able to do this to him.
Oh, it is his dimness, or dims, or whatever you
Yes.
call it.
He has cleared out the effects of magic in front of him. I'm not thinking to do it behind him. He was distracted at the time.
Yep.
Let's see.
That was my that was my split second action. So
Rough. Let's get started. All right, Punch is going to go first because he's very fast. Unless, Colin, you want to activate your spider powers? Or, I'm sorry, your vampire powers.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, go ahead and take your surprise round.
I'm going to be swimming away from where I put that as far as I can, and I'm just going to shoot him.
Go for it.
Just shoot the whale
Yeah, roll
with
me a
your
gun.
guns or with your spider?
with my guns. I mean, webs aren't going to do anything to him, I don't think.
I agree, but I just wanted to clarify.
I don't know if my guns are going to do anything to him either, but might as well try.
Come on. Let's go.
Maybe they will do something to him.
It's a
Oh, cool.
7.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Wait,
I
isn't
thought
that?
the guns were the damage?
Yeah, the guns were the damage. It's just 7 damage.
Yeah.
No. What kind of guns do you have?
Little flintlock pistols, you know? Like
His
8 rounds.
His 6
little-
shooters, yeah.
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
shooters.
So those are weapon 2, so they automatically add 2 to your damage.
So
And
11. Wait, 9? 9.
9.
So
Correct.
you still only roll at a +5, but if you hit, you get an additional 2 damage.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then, finally, we can take his armor into account, which makes that attack 1 damage.
Fuck.
I damaged him. Let's put that
Yeah,
into account.
you did.
Yeah, you did.
He turns to you, noticing you for a second, and I think he's going to start attacking.
Question. I'm still, like, attached to his lure. If he is turning, does that, like, swing me around with Janet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, it does. All right, he turns around, and he's going to do a quick attack against Austin. It's going to be hard for him to actually hit you because you're so small, so we're going to go ahead and give him that negative right now. Just don't get hit.
What do I roll against this?
Athletics.
Come on, baby daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
He still has his speed in there. So does that give
It's a
him
plus
addition?
4 now?
Yes.
Let's go.
He.
That'll work. Oh,
5.
good job. Excellent. No, it's a swing and a miss, or a bite and a miss. However you really qualify these things. Next up, you see you see 2 of 8 hands start to work their way out of the it was a dream catcher. Work his way out of the dream catcher. These legs are 10 feet tall apiece, working their way out. You can also start to see the beginning of mandibles as Anansi's head comes into view. Unfortunately, it's the end of his round. So, Romain.
The fact that he just cancels magic really borks me a little bit. Let's see here. What items do I have on me? Oh yeah. Did Dev ever give Austin the luck stuff, or did he keep that for
Nope.
himself?
He kept it.
I thought he did. I just wanted to make sure.
If you give me a fate point, I can say he gave you the ring.
I don't got fate points to give you anymore. I've used those.
Romain.
As much as I would like to, I don't think I will.
Well,
Yeah.
it just means Dev's going to be really fortunate when he gets here just in time.
Yep. Where did I put my luck thing? It's not where it should be. Oh, there it is. Boom. I'm going to put that with my every page thing. Okay. I don't have a lot in the way of items. I'm going to pull out my pen and start trying to carve through to Janet. Like the same way Austin was trying to do with his knife.
But the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and use a, what is it?
Penis mightier.
The penis mightier. Do you use empathy or performance for drawing?
I use performance.
Personally. Go ahead and use a performance for me.
All right.
It's a simple shape, but still, in some kind of ways, it's like drawing. Sort of.
Sword of?
Sword. Huh?
Got him.
Nice. Perfect. Flawless.
I did 4.
You cut through. You get a hole open.
Is it
What do you
enough
do?
to get someone through?
One way or the other, yeah.
All right. I'm going to attempt to grab Janet and get her out.
Okay, yeah. She follows through. Into the water she goes. She is terrified. Colin, you can tell.
Smells good.
You can smell it right in the water.
And if I have more actions I can do, I'm going to start pulling my way up the rope towards the exit.
Sounds good. You make yourself a good ways off. Unfortunately, Pontchy has noticed you, but it is Austin's turn first. So.
In fact, this little dangly bit that he got for the anglerfish, how thin is the top of it?
Much thinner than his skin. It's more like the membrane itself.
Yeah, I want to try and shoot the lure off of him.
Sorry, everybody. I'm doing math real quick. Not for you guys, so don't worry about that. 2,430. Okay. What was I saying?
I want to try and shoot the membrane off of him. I'm thinking it might take a couple rounds, but I still want to do it.
What? Oh, yeah. Go ahead and shoot it.
All right. I'm shooting him. Ha! I did it again.
Woo! Wow. Yeah, you shoot it right off.
Making up for all those negative ones.
So I just shoot it in the right place that the whole lure falls off.
You actually caused 2 damage this time because you're hitting a weak spot. Or actually, you know what? No, you don't. You actually do half damage. You're going to do, what is that? 9 divided by 4 damage. You hit a weak spot.
Dang, get wrecked, homie.
Blood's in the air. Pontchy's pissed, but he can't tell who to fight you. So we're gonna roll. We're gonna flip a dice. Flip a dice.
Fuck.
Okay, so positive. Positive's gonna be Romain. Negative's gonna be Austin.
What is 0? 0 is neither.
That's interesting moment that just happened. Is he hitting either of us? He can't make up his mind?
Good luck, Janet. Alrighty. Let's do a little attack real quick against Janet.
He's attacking Janet.
I said positive you, negative Tyler, or whatever way I did it.
Oh,
Plus
no.
1. And we'll see how Janet does.
Come on, Janet.
Give it a flat roll. Let's see how that works.
Janet!
I'm going to tag Tunnel Visioned and the Good Necromancer to give Janet +4.
Not going to see how that works, but I will allow you to use your reaction, take up your whole turn, to yoink her away for a similar amount. You gave me a might roll.
So you might not have to tag everything.
You may not have to. You probably will.
I'll do that. It's a 1.
You're going to have to beat it.
Okay, so I've got to beat the 1.
You got to beat his roll.
Okay. I will just spend a point then. Not tag anything, just give me a base +1.
There we go. Janet has been yoinked away. He bites into empty air, and he rumbling, like you hear a rumbling sound, like as loud as you have. Majely.
Oh,
And he glares at you.
He does not like me. He really does not like
Well,
me.
you blew up the swamp, homie.
I'm trying to fix it.
At this point, we see the third and fourth legs of Anansi popping on out of the circle. Anansi's actual self is fully on out, and he's going to do his very first move as a bite attack.
Come on, a Nazi.
Unfortunately, this, even with his weapon 4 fangs, that does not do enough damage to actually leave a mark on him. But he's crawling his way out. He's got time.
You have a fate point. So far, I'm the only one damaging this guy. I need some help.
You're up, Austin.
I'm gonna try. Do I see eyes?
His?
Can I, like, see?
Pontchy?
Yeah, like Pontchy's eyes. Try shooting the eyes.
Yeah, you do see eyes. You do see eyes. They're these big, large, whited over things. Oh, sorry. There's also these like terribly dark black pupils that are very small. There's no light comes down here.
Ooh.
Wait, is that the way that goes? Is it the other way around? It's the other way around. It's all black. Never mind. I lied. It's all pupils.
It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I missed.
Oop. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Give him a chance to avoid it. Never mind. He didn't. You do hit.
Wait, what's it? Doesn't that not even touch his armor?
No, it does not.
Eyes.
But you are shooting him in the eyes.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna take 2. I'm gonna take 2 away from you, because you're doing an aim shot. So that's a 1. Plus your 2, giving you 3.
3. Math.
3 with no armor. More damage. Pontchy is enraged, but you've blinded one of his eyes.
Haha! You
Is that
stupid
a
whale.
tag?
Alrighty, and next up, we see legs. Oh, I'm sorry. Pontchy goes next. I apologize.
Yep.
Let's kill the mageling. I mean, attack Romain. What have I been giving him for an attack roll? Is that a +2 or
You
flat?
can give him a +1, I think.
Okay. Well, that's fine. +1. Go ahead and roll athletics.
I'm making sure I've got that right. Yeah, you did a +1 on the attack for Janet. So.
Perfect.
Nice.
Romain is performing out of his mind right now.
Same though.
Oh yeah.
I
At
got
this
2
point,
7s.
you see legs 6,
6
5 and
5 and
6,
6.
5 and 6 coming out. He's gonna start doing his webbing, tying up the whole situation. He won't be able to really move around and do this exactly correctly until he's all of his legs free, but he's getting started. He's weaving his little stuff. No bite attack this round. And
Really
now,
angry at me. He's got a giant spider crawling on his back right now. He's
Well,
trying
to him
get
it's-
me.
to him, it's not exactly giant.
Yeah, he also might not even know the spider's there. yet.
Hmm.
Don't know how that works, but
Fair. With his
And-
hefty
It
armor,
missed
he
the
might
bite.
not be able to feel it.
yeah.
Austin.
I'm gonna try and shoot his other eye because that worked really well last time. Make him not be able to see like us. Plus.
It's another aim shot, so it's -2.
All right. So it's
Yeah.
roll of a 2.
So 2.
And then I put up a 2 last time for his athletics. So let's see how that works.
Yes.
4 damage.
All right, you have blended, Pontchy. By the way, all of these attacks, this is a lot of damage you've given him already. He doesn't even look bloodied, just blinded.
Yeah, that doesn't
Question,
really
is
surprise
that, is
me.
that a tag that we get?
Blinded?
Blinded?
Yeah, sure, why not? Aspect, tag, blinded. Well, not tag, sorry. Leave that to you
Aspect
guys.
learned. Yeah, aspect maybe.
This one's going to go ahead and be Pontchy's attack against the little mageling, and this one's going to be one of his specials. He is going to go ahead and hit you with a wave of magic.
Uh-oh. Good luck, little mageling.
It is going to be athletics again to avoid.
You got this, and you got a
I have
tag.
to roll perfect.
Beat to beat, tag the blinded. Maybe he missed you.
So if I tag something, it will put it at 0. Which means he doesn't
Right.
Is
hit
it
me.
beat to beat?
What? Which means
Is
he
it
doesn't
beat
hit
to
you?
beat?
Tie goes to the players.
So yeah, tag that blinded. Use it already. I don't want you to die.
Right, yeah,
I
I'll
don't
go-
imagine that his attacks are light.
Actually,
That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna tag my. I will tag one of my luck. I'll go ahead and tag the blinded. Yeah. No, I'll let you have
Actually,
the
tag
blinded.
the luck thing.
I'll let you have the
then
blinded.
don't
I'll
have to
tag
have the
one of my lucks.
You have it up and running?
All
Like,
I gotta
no,
do is
I'm
say
sorry.
act,
Do you-
right?
You have to use a reaction on your turn to activate it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's an action. It's like your turn.
Gotcha.
Oh, then you're tagging blinded.
I'll tag blinded then. Yeah.
Cool.
You're gonna have to turn that luck thing.
Anansi the spider is finally free.
Do I not get?
He
a
is
turn?
now doing his
I thought I went after
fine.
Pontchy. And
Fine,
then
you're
Anansi
next.
went after me. We skipped my last one because I used my reaction to pull her away. But
That's a good point. Good point. Yeah. Okay, you're up.
Maybe activate your magic item there.
yeah, I'll go
Consider
ahead and one of my lucks.
All right.
So that's 3 charges, but 1 active now. And then I'm gonna.
And now,
if-
sorry, that's
if
your-
I still
that's-
have something I can do, I'd like to continue pulling us up, but
oh yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
Okay.
You're on your way, keeping going. You're now a fish. You're now a little worm on a reel. Something that a fish really knows how to attack. But Anansi's out doing his thing. He's trying to weave web as fast as he possibly can. Doing his darned best. That didn't sound right. It's a spider. It's an
doing
evil
his
spider. His
darn
damned.
damnedest.
Oh no,
Doing
he's
his
an evil
damnedest.
spider. His
Doing his
actual damnedest.
Gotcha.
All right, that's about a third of the way that he needs to get to do that part. So next up, Austin. His eyes are no longer weak spots, and you've already used the weak spot on his antenna by shooting it off.
Is his
I think
mouth
I'm
open?
just gonna.
No.
What else I can?
No, it's not. His mouth is closed right now. Okay.
I'm gonna try, and this may be dumb, but shooting a whale is already pretty dumb. I'm gonna try and just web his mouth kind of closed, if I can. I
Go
don't see
ahead.
why not. Everything else seems equally as dumb right now. So,
It's a guns check.
well, 5.
Yeah. That's gonna be a block. That's gonna be a block of 5 against opening his mouth. He'll have to roll a might check to overcome it. So he's just gonna. Well, he really wants to eat you, so it's gonna have to be that. He'll roll his might,
Dear God.
and he opens his mouth with no issues. Unfortunately, that's his turn, so that's nice. You saved Romain one more time.
How close do I think I am to the exit portal?
A ways. He swam for a second, and when he swims, we're talking like you're
Distance.
a long ways off.
Yeah.
You're easily still a football field away.
Right. Well. Fuck it. I. Am I still feeling the suppression on the magic?
No,
No. Okay.
not right now.
Open the sun on him. It worked last time.
Ooh, actually, if Deb, you want to come in right now? You're all good. You've actually got some really lucky things going on for you.
Fantastic.
All right. I will go ahead and drop the cover off of him then.
All right, writing in on a now tamed kraken. Dev is coming in for a landing. We are in the middle of a giant fight with Pontchy.
Excellent. All right.
He realized exactly who our blighter friend is and is very mad at him. And Anansi is currently on his back trying to web him up, but he's about a third of the way done. You're going to go right before Anansi.
I've shot him a few times, so he's currently shot him in the eyes. I shot his little thingy off where Janet was. And
with the arrival of Dev, the light fades, and now we're all fighting blind.
Rip.
All right.
You're able to breathe underwater, but you are like swimming around.
Okay.
This is his area, and comparison. Well, you know what a blue whale looks like. It's like a scary, dire blue whale. We already been over this discussion.
Yeah,
But with an anglerfish hook.
Ah.
Oh yeah. Well, no longer.
That's been blown off, so he just has a little wingly bit.
All right, then I guess let's see, and there's no light now?
Yes, the light is now faded.
Would there be light coming from the opening of the portal that I'm going to?
Very faint light.
Okay. Because I know you said it was pretty black up there.
It was already really dark over there, but this is much darker,
This
so
is
yes.
a different form of, like a different kind of darkness, so.
Magical darkness.
Yes.
All right.
If only I were a drow.
Right.
Or a warlock.
If only. Well, you are a warlock.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
No,
Death patron?
I'm not a necromancer. I almost said
You
no,
have
I'm
a
a
patron
necromancer.
lending you power
I don't know, man.
in exchange for service. That seems pretty warlocky to me.
There are two warlocks in this party now that I realize.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What could you possibly?
All right. Well, bollocks. So I mean, it's really just Pontchy, open water.
Well, it's hard to see some stuff, but there were like cliff faces. There's the ground, but the cliff faces are you got some options. It's just not easy to really maneuver him around.
Yeah. Well, time to come out swinging. We will throw a spiritification attack.
There we go.
Well, Kamehameha there. All
Is
right.
it more of a Kamehameha or more of like a what was it from Yu Yu Hakusho?
Spirit gun?
Yeah, spirit gun, spirit grenade.
No, spirit shotgun is what you're looking for with the
There we go.
for the AoE.
I think he had a grenade at some point.
No.
No?
No.
Sounds like I need to go through and rewatch it again.
Sounds like you do.
Yeah.
All right. Refresh me on the spell casting. Do I have I pick the power to put into it, or do I roll the power to put into it?
You pick out the power you want to put into it.
Okay.
And then you summon it up. Hold up. Wait. Choose your element. Choose to make an attack. Choose your power level. And take one mental test for any power added under or equal to your conviction. And then one more for each point over your conviction.
Okay. All right. So we will do a spirit attack, 7 power, which is 3 mental stress. over
And
my
then you're going to roll discipline to control directly.
This'll go. I'm not sure how it'll
All
go,
right.
but it'll
Let's
go.
see.
All right.
And take the difference between the two is backlash or fallout.
No, we're gonna throw 2 fate points for disaffected kinetomancer and my friend's shield. To
Nice.
bring that up to an even 7. I will take my 3-box mental
Good.
for the for being 2 above my conviction. But yeah, that's a 7.
All right, that's a weapon 7 attack. You want to go ahead and hit? We're going to try to make a defense for Pontchy. And mentally defending is not his strong suit there.
No, it is not.
Ouch.
Pontchy takes a spear to the side of just spirit power. You see dark oozy blood start to fill in the water. We finally hit the bloodied aspect. Anansi takes his turn. What did I say his thing was? Hey, we're 2/3 of the way there. Almost. Pontchy's going to have a hard way to keep moving forward. Anansi is finally getting the webbing done.
Out of curiosity, is Anansi taking the free tag on that bloody aspect that he just got?
No, he isn't, so he should. Anansi is actually that close, and you know what? Colin, you have a fate point spare on you?
I have 1 left.
Oh,
He's
I
gonna
actually
take that from
do
you.
have 1 left.
He's actually going to take that right from you, Colin.
Okay.
That's one of the favors you owe him. So he's going to take that right now, and finally get Pontchy all webbed up. And now comes the gross part. The now 10-foot in radius spider sinks his fangs into the face of Pontchy, drinking up black bile, grossness, ichor, blood, all those terrible words you see in novels. And he grows. And he grows.
Oh,
And he grows.
great. We just fed him
And he
Nazi.
grows.
Fucking God.
Pontchy dies, sinking to the ocean floor. Well, the ocean floor of the Never Never. You know how these things are.
Yeah.
Anansi, on the other hand, grows 50 feet from 10 feet in radius. This is now a 100-foot across spider easily. He starts to ascend, taking all 3 of you with him. Oh, pardon, all 4 of you. Janet's with you.
Mhm.
He surfaces the lake of Lake Pontchartrain, deposits you where you belong on the shore, leaving you with Janet, and explains that I have got some business to solve in Fairy. And digs underneath the ground. The hole created by this giant tunneling spider, the ground is cold, and the portal is just icy, dark, and cold. Anyone with a little bit of knowledge of what's going on might realize where Anansi's headed. And he says, I may need some help. Feel free to join me if you can.
Oh, no.
And that is where we will end today.
Oh, no. Oh,
Can we do one more thing?
Yes, we can do one more thing.
I'm gonna shoot webbing toward the hole and start to launch myself toward where Nazi's going. and then we can stop.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Decision's already made. I was gonna give you the week, but it's fine. We'll keep going. No.
No.
That's where we're gonna end for the week. Yeah. Anyone who's aware, we're heading down to Arctis Tour, and we're gonna have a fun time.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh no.
Nazi's pretty big, guys. He might be a good patron for you guys to follow. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
He
So
might
we're
be pretty
keeping it?
powerful.
And since Colin's headed straight for the hole, we're gonna keep our stress. We're gonna keep the fate points we currently have, and all the consequences you currently have. We are done with the fight, though. You guys should probably figure out if you guys took any consequences. I don't think anyone actually did. You guys
I
did pretty well
used
to avoid everything.
Inhuman strength and inhuman speed.
yeah, he does
I
have
need to roll.
hunger,
hunger.
Ooh, yeah,
It's
hunger check.
conviction. It's discipline.
discipline.
I mean,
Discipline.
if we're keeping the scene going, because it does specify end of scene is when he needs to roll.
That's
So
true.
If we are keeping the
Yeah.
scene going, then
My counter
I
to
just-
that is there's no way that's going to get remembered top of next week.
as I say, I can make a
That's a
note
good
of it
point.
in my notes here.
If you can
It's
guarantee
fine.
to remember it, I'll leave it be. If not, I'll roll it now. I don't care either way.
I'll let it be to you, DM.
I'll just.
Roll it now. We'll add it to your tracks.
Okay. Never mind.
Wow.
Alright.
Okay.
Fine.
You're good. No hunger stress. You're set. We will start an Arctis tour, or at least Colin will next week, and we'll see if you guys help Anansi with his goal, or help his enemy, whoever she may be.
Whoever she may be.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
We have a big spider, guys. I don't know. Do we just need a real big boot or giant can of raid? I don't know how this works.
Giant can of raid.
All right, Romain, get drawing.
Yeah.
How big of a raid can you draw? Or
I'm
maybe a
really-
big old boot.
I'm really glad I passed that weapons check with the knife or with the pen, because otherwise I would not be able to do a lot of magic without my pen. I would have to
Yeah,
draw
that-
it in blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penis
Oh my god. Oh, by the way, the name for the next game is Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Gotcha.
Just keep that one in mind as we move forward. And if I were a better DM, we'd exit this game with the actual song playing. But you know, I'm not that good of a DM.
Got that. The skills real
I'd say
quick.
that would also get us pinged for copyright, so we're not
True.
going to do that.
Yeah.
See, I'm an even better DM than I thought.
Yeah. You were
Alright.
fully
However,
prepared to
I don't think we win that fight without a Nazi, and he was gonna kill Romain. I don't know. Yeah, I know you weren't here, Dev, and I know we had a discussion about when we use this. He was definitely trying to eat us from the get-go. We tried to talk for like half a second. He figured out he was a blighter. It was a go.
So, yeah, about that.
All right, we'll you guys can catch me up after we wrap up the stream. But first of all, thanks everybody who's watching for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I wasn't around for more of it. Things came up as they do. But if you enjoyed, please do follow, subscribe if you've got your Amazon Prime free, or if you don't and you just really like what you're seeing, please. The follows and the subscribes do really help us out with the numbers.
Mhm.
And the more that gets put into this from y'all, the more that we can put back into it for you. I think that's everything. Yes.
Yep.
I think so.
All right. Cool.
Also,
Yep.
if you like what you saw, but this is your first session, all of our sessions are archived on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/endar42.
Nope. It's a Snugbeep Dungeons Inc. channel.
There we go.
I
Mhm.
can throw it up right quick in the chat. As that actually is the playlist for our game.
And we're also working on getting our Dungeons and Dragons 5e sessions up there as well. They're just having to go through some editing before we get them up. but we are trying to get them up for you guys, so you guys can catch up on those as well if you would like.
Yep.
I think that's all. Anybody else got anything they want to add? All right. Same
I'm good.
time next week, fellas.
Same time next week.
All right. And to those of you out there in viewer land, we'll see you next week as well. You guys have an excellent one.